Revolution and Counter-Revolution examines the ideological conflict between revolutionary movements and counter-revolutionary forces throughout history, especially from a Catholic viewpoint. Oliveira argues that revolutions disrupt social order and moral foundations, while counter-revolutions aim to restore traditional values and divine authority. Definition of revolution. Oliveira defines revolution as a radical upheaval that seeks to overthrow the established social, political, and religious order. He states, a revolution is a movement that seeks to destroy the authority that has governed a society for centuries. This destruction is often rooted in a rejection of hierarchy and tradition. Historical context. The book traces the origins of revolutionary thought back to the Enlightenment and the French Revolution. Oliveira argues that these events were critical in promoting secularism and individualism. He notes, the French Revolution is the archetype of all revolutions, positioning it as a turning point that inspired various ideologies, including liberalism and socialism. Revolutionary ideologies. Oliveira critiques the various ideologies that emerged from these revolutions. Liberalism. He sees liberalism as advocating for individual rights at the expense of community and moral order. Liberalism is a philosophy of revolt against all authority. Socialism and communism. Oliveira views these as extreme forms of revolution that seek to dismantle social hierarchies and private property. He argues that they fundamentally oppose Christian teachings, stating, socialism is the atheistic revolt against God. The role of tradition. A significant theme in Oliveira's work is the importance of tradition. He posits that revolutions lead to chaos because they disregard the lessons of history and the authority of tradition. Tradition is the living memory of the people, the foundation of their identity. Counter-revolution. In contrast to revolutionary movements, Oliveira emphasizes the need for counter-revolutionary efforts. He argues for a return to traditional values, hierarchy, and divine authority. The counter-revolution aims to restore the social order that has been overturned, he asserts. Role of the Church. Oliveira places the Catholic Church at the forefront of the counter-revolution. He argues that the Church must actively engage with the world and defend its teachings. The Church is the guardian of truth and morality in a world that has lost its way. He stresses that a robust defense of faith is essential for any counter-revolutionary movement to succeed. Moral and spiritual dimensions. The book emphasizes that the battle against revolution is not only political, but also moral and spiritual. Oliveira states, the health of a society is measured by the moral integrity of its individuals. He advocates for a spiritual renewal among individuals and communities as vital to restoring order. Indifferenceism. Oliveira criticizes the attitude of indifferenceism, which he sees as a passive acceptance of all beliefs. He warns that this attitude weakens the Church's ability to stand firm against error. Indifferenceism is the poison that erodes the foundations of faith, he cautions. Call to action. Throughout the book, Oliveira calls readers to action, urging them to recognize and resist the revolutionary spirit pervasive in modern society. He encourages a conscious commitment to counter-revolutionary ideals, emphasizing the importance of family values, respect for authority, and the preservation of tradition. Hope for the future. Despite the challenges posed by revolutionary ideologies, Oliveira concludes with a note of hope. He believes that through dedication to the truth and the teachings of the Church, a counter-revolution is possible. A society founded on divine law can rise again, stronger and more united. In Revolution and Counter-Revolution, Plinio Corrêa de Oliveira delivers a profound critique of the ideological upheavals that have shaped modern society. He meticulously outlines how revolutions, particularly those emerging from Enlightenment thought, have led to a fragmentation of social order and a rejection of moral absolutes. Oliveira asserts that these shifts threaten not only individual souls, but the very fabric of society itself. He calls for a vigorous counter-revolution, one that is not merely reactive, but deeply rooted in Catholic doctrine and tradition. By emphasizing the Church's role as the bastion of truth, Oliveira challenges readers to actively engage in the struggle against secularism and moral relativism. He argues that the restoration of a society grounded in divine law requires a commitment to living out one's faith boldly and without compromise. Ultimately, Oliveira's work serves as both a historical examination and a rallying cry for those who seek to defend the sanctity of family, community, and religious authority. He inspires a vision of hope, a future where a renewed dedication to truth and virtue can lead to a more harmonious and just society. The call to action is clear: to oppose the pervasive revolutionary spirit of our times and work toward a counter-revolution that embraces the timeless values of faith and tradition.